Morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Afternoon, evening for all of you that are not in the US. I know London folks, you're in the part of your afternoon. But yeah, man, excited to join you guys. Just let me know if you can hear me okay. Excited to join you guys for this live stream. Should be able to see my screen now. I know there's a slight delay, so let me know when you can see my screen as well. And we'll talk about what we're looking at with price action right now, what we'll be looking at for the New York session that's going to be opening here soon. But yeah, excited to join you guys. Welcome. Right now, as I'm just looking, we had a really good FOMC move yesterday from the True Algo indicator. Now that we've got some of you guys on, I know a bunch of you guys are in our Discord, and just trying to show you guys, we've posted this before using our indicator set regarding you have to be able to predict price action. That's how you create an edge. Okay. If you're using anything else, you're probably using some type of delayed lagging indicator, and we want to focus on helping people who are trying to be serious about markets start to predict an edge in what they're trying to do. And so yesterday during the FOMC release, I know a lot of people say to stay away from FOMC release, but if you're a Forex trader using our system, and we went live 3 times yesterday to help members. We did not go on YouTube. We've been doing a big focus on trying to help our current members who are trying to take markets serious, really focus on them. And so this was the play on FOMC yesterday for DXY. And then we posted in Discord in 5 hours in advance that we said, and you can see the note here. I haven't deleted anything. This is all from yesterday. If you join our Discord, you can see the screenshots and the timestamps. But this is just using the indicator that simply FOMC will be bullish as DXY's looks like it's to flip bearish from our system. I haven't changed this. This is posted from yesterday. This is DXY. DXY lets us know with True Algo that it's the opposite of what markets are typically. So when DXY goes up, Forex pairs tend to go down that are led by the euro, the pound, and things like that. And then indexes tend to go the opposite direction, as does gold. So as this goes up, gold should push down, or indexes should push down. So that's what we were calling about 5 hours in advance of the FOMC. And then you can see right here is the actual FOMC release candle all the way down here. So before FOMC even released, we had the confirmed short opportunity right here for DXY. And right over here is the pound. And you can see the pound right here is the same thing on the opposite side of our system. So right as New York starts, that's the blue session right here. If you're a London or New York trader, this is when you're getting hit into our box to start producing long ideas out of the system. And then you can see no candle can even close in our box at the same time that DXY is rejecting from the box above. And from there, you can start to short DXY, look to long the pound, look to long the euro, and then the release doesn't happen till over here. But before the release even happens, you have this opportunity that DXY was already screaming that we were looking to be bearish. And then when the FOMC releases, those of you guys that have followed our system before in the past, we have a bearish close from this box on DXY. That means markets are going to still tend to be on the bullish side if DXY is confirmed bearish using True Algo. And then you can see the follow through. It was a pretty incredible move and trying to be low stress. And the entire time for the next hour while FOMC released, I'll show you on the indexes yesterday. Even for people who missed the FOMC, this is the index. This is the US 30, folks. Again, just using the True Algo system, you can see like right here is one of the first bullish closes above the box if you missed it. And this is post FOMC. And this was again we were updating everybody live and just telling all of our members, this is not the time to look to short anything using True Algo, because True Algo tells you when to short, and it's when you start closing bearish from a box above. And here we noted the entry, and then there was a take profit as there was a day box here yesterday. Now we have our new levels for today. They don't change for the rest of the day, so we can make our plans. And as we go into this New York session, we're aware that we are butting into a True Algo potential bearish reversal box. We've already had an opportunity where True Algo has produced a winning short trade from the London session for people who are on the London session for the ES folks. And then right now for the US 30 folks, we are still waiting to get a confirmation close lower, though you are starting to reject from one of our smaller day system boxes. And so that's what we're watching right now. And the NQ has produced a winning long position at the moment in a very, very small move underneath to reject and push back down. So NQ is a little bit more aggressive today. So for us, the way we view markets are, this will be more of a bullish retest to come down, smack in, and try to get up here for the New York session. As soon as we lose this box during New York, then we would look to push down to here. Because this box doesn't move, we can teach our traders how to view markets from a predictive standpoint. So this is where you start to flip neutral and you wait for your ideas to play out. So if you use other indicators or other smart money concepts or any type of concept that you might use, you want it to produce itself in this box or when we reject from the box, because True Algo is already telling us when you lose this box, you're looking to get down to the next target lower. And let me get the companion. Yep. Yeah, man. But yeah, Forex is absolutely fantastic right now. It's been one of the cleanest assets, even on today. For all of you Forex folks, sorry for clearing my throat, just a tiny bit under the weather. But you can see again, we're not even in FOMC. We're the next day, and then here is DXY today. DXY opened right at our bullish reversal box. And so if you're someone who trades gaps and you want that gap to be filled, there's no other better place to get it filled than when you're hitting a True Algo box to come clear it. We have our True Algo scalp target right here. This is something that comes included, and there is a 80% chance that it would be cleared today. And sure enough, DXY, after reversing from our box, a beautiful retest in the system, and it pushes up right here. And then we always teach you guys, it's in the socials, it's hard because the videos have to be so quick, but all of our members know, and you guys have seen this, you see all these closes, and this is one of the advantages of our system. There's no bearish candle close when it hits this box above. So you can't be bearish yet. So instead, we continue to bullishly ride up. And now look, now there's a bearish close, and it's a bearish close from our box system. And then the next candle puts in a new low, targets the next box. Then you have a green candle, bullish close from this box, and we push up and come back to the box. So if you're ever having trouble where markets continue to mess you up sideways, it's probably because you don't have a system that's helping you predict where price should start to reverse versus just guessing, or you wanting a fair value gap to be filled. And then instead of the fair value gap getting filled and pushing back up, it inverts. And then it's hard to guess what's going to invert and what's not. The pound over here, you can see like where DXY is now hitting this box here. The pound is hitting the opposite box on the other side. So if the pound can get a bullish close, then we can look to ride the pound up and maybe fill some of these gaps in pricing right here. But it has to close bullish. If we don't get a bullish close from this box, we will continue to ride this lower and lower and lower. And so we'll get to watch that, at least our traders will, into the New York session. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something over here. But yeah, any questions that you guys have, feel free to let us know. We are here to assist and answer. All right. Let me get this back over. It's one of the least volatile times the US 30 has been over the break, as in like from the late night session into early London and then into this opening for New York. It's a very small price action, but it makes sense because like for all of our, I know I'm talking to all of you, but this is more to our current members who are here. For all the current members out there, guys, just being aware that you have entered into the big red trending zone for a week. So right now, price action on the US 30 wants to try to close higher for the rest of the week. And so that key level right here that we'll be watching to try to hold this. If not, we have these short opportunities. So for most of you, like if you trade fair value gaps, you can see there's a gap here that was filled, pushes down, and then if you short too hard, you're shorting down into a box that's going to find support from the True Algo system. And now it pushes back up, and now it's inverting that fair value gap. The reason why there's a higher probability to invert this fair value gap, that means when it's created, price pushes through it, is we have our True Algo day box right here. And you can see price pushes through that gap. And now if you start going long like crazy right here, now price is starting to sell against you. We're not saying that those concepts don't work. They're just different on every time frame. What we want to do is have a predictive system that can help show where those things are going to play out. So that's what we're watching right now. That this is the area where if we close bearish from here, then we can get a bearish move down and then use those gaps to help you. And I guess, let me show you guys this. There's two things that I want to talk about for people. We put out a video yesterday. I hope you guys can check it out. Let me get actually a second and post the link. I think it's something I'm going to talk about here that I think is super, super crucial for people. I don't know if it'll let me post it in there. So if anyone has a second, any of our Discord members, I'm going to post this link. 1 second, guys. If one of you guys can post that link, I just put it in Discord. It's just the video last night. So one thing that I wanted to talk about to sort of help you guys is we talk a lot about being realistic with True Algo versus many of the other things out there that are not realistic. And so what I want to mean is this. When you all enter markets, you tend to not enter markets here. I'm saying on this, on average, most traders tend to be in late London or early New York. That's usually when most traders are in markets. And so for us, it's not that we're not worried about this. I mean, we can see like from daily open, bullish closes above, and then we come straight to our take profit box. And then we start getting our bearish reversal. But this is how we use our system. And we continue to keep getting better and better about showing members how to improve their entrances. So just watch this really quick. I'll show you how quickly you can do this with True Algo. Now, these are all 15-minute candles. On the indexes, we focus on 15-minute candles. Okay. For all other assets, we focus on 30-minute candles. If you're like, man, that time frame is too slow, I need to have a faster time frame, there's probably a reason why you have a little bit of inconsistencies in markets, because anything that's getting smaller than like a 5-minute time frame, you're starting to trade on the bot level, and the psychology gets really, really messed up because the price action is moving very, very fast and filling the bids and asks. So just a suggestion. So now look, right here, London just started, okay? And now we're finished that first hour of London. And so right here, there's your first confirmation close after the London session has started. And again, this is when many of the London traders start getting into the markets, okay? We're trying to be realistic that most people aren't trading here because this is the late Asia. This is when USA is asleep. This is when even London is like in the 4, 3, 2 a.m. region. So right here, that's that first bearish confirmation candle close using True Algo. Okay, so from here, this is like a place where you would look to sell. Now listen, be very specific. That sell order is right there on that confirmation candle close. The mistake most traders make is right here. You guys, and when I say you guys, I'm talking about just everybody in general. They will tend to open all of their positions right there. And this is the mistake most retail traders make. And again, note the statistic, after a 6-month period, 90% of retail traders lose everything. So what we want to do to mitigate risk or to reduce risk is when you look to open a position right here, instead of opening all of your contracts, maybe only open 20% of your idea. And because True Algo is predictive and this box will not move, unlike other indicators, what we teach our traders now using our box system, your second entry for a short will be right here, and you can actually look to set it as a limit that it's already there. So there's entry 2. Entry 3 is 50% up for the box, or you can use that candle wick, whichever is more comfortable to you. And then entrance 3 is going to be at the very top of the box, like so. And then your hard stop loss for all you funded traders is just somewhere that is right above the box. Because when we close, as you guys, we try to teach you using our system through the socials and for all our current members, when you close above this box here, you then would follow same suit to get to the next box above us. So you have an invalidation point. So now that we have that set, and now the London session has started, and now you're actually participating in markets. Again, most people do not participate within that session there. Now, if we get this next position activated, again, that's not your full contract or your lot. That is a percentage of your normal size because most retail traders enter in everything right there. If this next position doesn't get activated, then you just don't activate that position, but at least you left some of the risk off the table. In trading, it should be about reducing risk, not about trying to see how big your wins can be. That's usually what tends to wreck people in markets. And so now you can see right there, the next position has been activated. You guys see that? If we zoom in real close, you see that wick. And so because that's limit, you're going to get filled with a better order. And now both contracts are open. And because I'm doing this in replay, so you guys can see, we open another sell order. And just in reality, that sell order just filled. Obviously, you can see where it is right here. See how it moved the average entry line? That fill would have been up here. So your average entry's up here. You're already in profit in those two contracts. And if we push up more, we might get that next contract activated as well. So now, next candle, we do not get another contract activated. We still have bearish candles. Note our current members. What do you guys see per candle? You guys see it for current members? And hopefully they do. We talk about this with our strategy about following the continuation of our candles. It has nothing to do with the color. It has a condition with how the closes are. And then boom, there's the sell-off. Now listen, you only had what would be ideally 40 or 50% of your average contract size added, but you've also mitigated that risk on the other side. Okay, again, the average retail entered everything in that first close, and then on this push-up, probably would have been stopped out. Your funding challenge, because of the drawdown rules, probably causes you to psychologically take yourself out before the move moves the way you want. And so from here, now you have two contracts that are way up. We've now looked for areas of take profit. We have a whole bunch of fair value gaps right here. So if you were looking to fill these fair value gaps as an ICT trader, when you lose this box here, and because this is when you're active in markets during the London session, this is during the London silver bullet session, now you fill those gaps. And so right here, we'll look to close one of the two contracts. So now we close one of the contracts out. Now you sell, and now you get to take this contract and now move the stop loss into profit. So what I'll do is I'll put it at like the 50% line of this candle, if it'll let me. I have to do this first. Whoop. And so there is the stop loss. It's 50% of this candle. So now if it pushes me up, both contracts will be in profit. The biggest thing right here is, remember, if you're a retail trader, you entered everything here, and now you get taken out. But in this case, because now when we push down and we have two contracts available, but again, two contracts or this amount of money is unrealistic. It's whatever your percentage is. So if you're someone who trades one lot right here, then you would only enter into, let's say, 0.2 of that lot, or 0.25. And then here's 0.25, 0.25, 0.25. And now you've layered in your entrances, and each time you've reduced risk compared to a retail trader who opened everything here and can't take that little bit of drawdown against their account. And so now we also can scale out our wins. We don't have to exit here, okay? And so now let's put the net candle. It puts in an equal low. Remember, our stop loss is right here, and this stop loss is in take profit. And there you go. It took our stop. And this is the thing. And one of the things that we try to help, are continuing to help our members with is, again, the retail mentality is you want to produce the biggest win as possible all the time. And so that's why they open everything they can wherever they're at versus scaling into a position idea. The next thing that we're trying to show and what people have to accept is you have to be okay leaving some meat on the table. And so that's where that stop got hit, and maybe we lost some profit, but you didn't lose anything because you had no loss, and that's what's most important. Now, if you were to say, do I go long now? The answer with True Algo is no, okay? You can look at a different asset because this isn't hitting any part of our box. If you want to long off of these fair value gaps and try to get back to our box, you can. If you want to fill this gap in here, you can. But just note, if you start longing when you get up here, you're probably going to get wrecked by markets, and we'll see what happens. So price now pushes up. Note that it did put in a new low, but it's okay. You've already taken and extracted stuff out of the market. You don't have to try to catch every top and every low. Note that we didn't short here. We shorted when we lost the box confirmation close from True Algo, okay? And so now we push back up. You've now filled the gap. Now you're inverting the gap, by the way. So if you're in, again, ICT smart concepts, how did you know that this gap's going to be inverted or if it's going to reject? It's a toss up, right? And so now we fill the gap. There's an instant sell and then the next candle pushes up. And now you're entering into the True Algo box. You invert this fair value gap. But remember, if you hit this and start closing red, you're going to look for a potential rejection. And now you've gotten into the box. There's no more gaps to be filled to the bullish side. Win rate is whatever. And now this is where the current candles are. Get this out of the way. Out. And that's how we talk about using like our system now to mitigate risk for our traders. Because the only thing we can do is to control risk. Now look, now that I've backed out, I just want to again show you how good the system is you see how we came up to enter this box? There's no bearish candle close. It has to close bearish when it hits the box. So right now, we're not looking to sell the ES. That's where retail traders get trapped. Again, the system has to be predictive. You have to know what it's going to do when it gets touched. Same reason why on the NQ, right now, all of our current members, you are what? Are you bearish, bullish, or neutral on the NQ right now? And they'll tell you you can only be one thing. You can only be bullish because it has to lose this box to then flip bearish. And we haven't, okay? So you've got the ES, SPY, SPX folks. You are currently sitting here and you are bullish into our box. There's no bearish candle close from the box. This candle is bearish close, but it didn't close lower. It's in the box. So you can be neutral or you can be bullish. You can't be bearish yet. And you can see our members now. I know there's a delay with YouTube. They're starting to answer the question in chat. Thank you guys. I appreciate it that you're learning. And then this is bullish or neutral. And now US 30 folks, not to leave you out in the dust. But right now, if you guys look down here, our dashboard is telling our members that you are, from a swing weekly perspective, you are bullish using True Algo. So even though you're seeing us reject from this smaller box right here, this big gigantic red area that you're watching right now, we have to lose that box to be bearish. And that's why you're seeing this continued push up right now. That's why you're seeing these push up. Everything is trending bullish using True Algo right now. So when do we flip bearish? It's simple. As soon as we lose this box during New York, we'll look to flip bearish. Excuse me. Here's that bullish close yesterday on gold, talking about during FOMC. And you can see here too, like that idea that we were just showing you guys about how to enter in with that risk mitigation, trying to lower risk. So there's the first bullish entrance. Let me make this green just to help people. So here is entrance 1. Where's entrance 2? Where the line starts, there's entrance 2. Where's entrance 3? 50% of the box. And then where's entrance 4? Right here. Remember, as a retail trader, you will enter in every single position right here. And thus, price will push you out on this wick. And instead, with the True Algo system and mitigating risk, you can look to enter your ideas with less of your position size. So instead of one lot, you could use 0.25 or 0.2 of your lot. I know sometimes if you only can open 3 ideas with your funded trader challenge account, then do 33% and then remove one of the position ideas and average them out. But you can see here, as it loads them in, the close, that hard stop idea has to be when you close and lose the box below. Okay, so this will just depend on you, but we know that the most important thing is when you close below this box, these long ideas are now invalidated. And you can see instantly all of those get activated. Price immediately buys back up. And then from here, immediately to the take profit area, you close one contract. All 4 contracts have been activated. And now you can let things ride up further and further. And so right now for all the gold folks, again, using True Algo, we already had a bullish hit, but this is what I was talking about earlier. This is when most of us are not active in markets. Most people are not active during the Asia market, okay? So it's during the London session right now. And during the London session, we are still bullish using the True Algo system. So now if we get a bearish close underneath this box here for gold, we can look for price to push down. Right side of your screen, oil, absolutely perfect right now. You have oil, by the way, just to the tick right there on that London high, it hit two of our True Algo boxes stacked on top of each other. There's the bearish candle close below the box using True Algo. So that would be the first short position. We don't ever come back up to fill this gap. So if you're always like, man, why is this gap not even filled? I know how to follow gaps in pricing, but that fair value gap didn't get filled. You've already rejected from the True Algo system. It's predictive, okay? So when that fair value gap is produced and now you have a confirmation short idea from True Algo, if you want this gap right here to be filled, I'll draw it for you. For those of you that use an indicator, you don't have to. You can just do it by your eyesight. There it goes. And then there we go. So if you want this fair value gap right here to be filled, True Algo already gave you the sell. So now that that fair value gap is filled, if you want to re-enter here, and for this to be cleared, there's a higher probability you're going to come to this box, hit our True Algo take profit box. It flips market bullish. And now that you have that bullish candle close, now you can look to fill that gap. So this system helps those people who like to use those types of price action, but for some reason can't find enough consistency, and you're always bouncing around time frames. Because as soon as I go to a smaller time frame, here's the 5 minute, you can see all the gaps are going to be in different places. There's a gap up here, but this gap hasn't been filled. Okay, and this is why the advantage is when you use True Algo, you can see before price gets there that fair value gaps, when they're forming, when they're loss of a box, you can look to get down to somewhere lower to see them get filled. So yeah, hope that helps. But oil is absolutely fantastic today. And right now we are bullish on oil for this New York session that's going to open. Until we lose this box here, there's no reason to be bearish on oil. Right now we're going to look for oil to continue up. So looking for oil to fill this fair value gap using True Algo. Crypto folks, man, it's beautiful. Crypto folks, we continue to get a whole bunch of True Algo trifectas. So what a trifecta is for True Algo, here's 1, here is 2, and here is 3. This is Tether on the right side. So you want Tether hitting the opposite side of our system. What does this mean? That means there's a high probability we are going to reverse bullish. You can see that we do very hard from the True Algo system. And then one of the best things is when you get up here, here's another trifecta setup. There's this right here, and you can see Tether at the same time as hitting the box down here. So crypto folks, where most people are all calling for new all-time highs and all-time lows and fighting each other on social media, we can continue to enjoy simply moving between the True Algo boxes while everyone else is stuck on social media and getting wrecked. Absolutely fantastic. We'll remain bullish on Bitcoin and then slightly bearish on Ethereum until we close above this box here. Get all this extra drawings out of the way. I'm trying to read some of your guys' questions now. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in. I'll try to get to what I can. Welcome from South Africa, if you're still here, Andrew. For the person who's asking what higher levels, like during the New York session, should you see for the NQ, until we lose this box here, you're looking for the NQ to get right here. It's simple. When I don't mean that trading is simple. Don't let anyone sell you short that trading is easy. It is not easy to do. Okay? The reason why we know trading is not easy to do is because just look at the statistics. Most people lose. Okay? So right now, this is where when someone says, how high can the NQ get today? We can visibly see using True Algo, this is how high it should get today. And if it hits this box right here and starts to close bearish, that's as high as it's supposed to go today. And then we'll look to come down to this box here. Where do we look to push lower? As soon as it loses this box. We have a new candle print on the 15-minute time frame. We are still closed in this box. Once we close below this box, we can look to push lower, but we expect right now that the ES will hold bullish or neutral in the box. US 30, folks, you also closed in the box as well. Yeah, man. Just so we do this live every single day of the week for members. So 5 days a week, we're on live candles. It's always great to back test things together as a group, but we try to get on live as much as possible to help coach. So it's way different from a psychological standpoint to see markets moving live and watching your drawdown happen to you live and seeing a candle fluctuate 10, 20 ticks every couple of seconds versus when you back test, you hit the little button and then you don't feel that psychological effect. So what I'm trying to do for all of you guys is like, we have members that only trade futures. We have members who only trade Forex. We have members who only trade commodities and then crypto. We have people who trade stock options, which I haven't even got to yet. So when I'm going through this with you all, I'm covering as many assets as possible, but you can make requests. If you're a member, you can ask me whatever to look at and I'll get to it as soon as I can. But I'm also doing this on myself too for my benefit on a different screen. So every now and then, if I'm not going to your immediate asset request, it's just because I'm trying to cover as many assets as possible. But we cover the 3 biggest markets in the entire world, and that is the ES. This is for all of you futures traders, your SPX SPY, that's left side of your screen. This is the NQ folks, which is you Dow, all you folks that's here. Again, S&P 500, all of you Dow folks, which is covered in the very beginning of the stream. And now you US 30 folks is right here on the right side of your screen. Notice right now that ES candle is still holding bullish. Again, we have to lose this box from a bearish close down here in order to flip markets bearish. Right now, we will remain on the bullish side going into this New York Open here shortly. I mean, not shortly. We still got 30 minutes before it opens. Trying to look at the stocks right now. Tesla, we've got 2 bearish confirmation closes already during the pre-market. If you're someone who trades pre-market, you can take advantage. There's always a lot of volatility in the pre-market that people don't really realize. But 2 bearish confirmation candle closes. Both have worked out so far using Tesla. So Tesla's on the bearish side for this open. For you Apple folks, right now we are bullish inside of the box. And we will remain bullish until we lose this box. So Apple's more of a neutral here at the open. Microsoft folks, you are trending bullish right now, but you are reversing from the day box currently. So when Microsoft closes above this box right there, we can look for Microsoft to push up higher. If not, we're going to be looking for some bearish daily open here for Microsoft folks. And in typical fashion, NVIDIA is trending wildly bullish per usual. And we have closed above 2 different sets of boxes right now on NVIDIA. So NVIDIA is on the bullish side. So here's the other thing too, when people who trade stock options and stuff like that, or if you're an index trader and you want to use some stocks to help you guide direction, stocks will go the opposite directions. They don't always go the same direction. So right now, again, Tesla is confirmed bearish. Apple is confirmed bullish. Microsoft is confirmed daily bearish, but it's still trending bullish using True Algo from a swing perspective. And then NVIDIA is confirmed bullish. So we have some conflicts amongst stocks. So you can trade the stocks against each other versus trying to force every stock to go the same way. Oil did put in a new high, by the way. We have now come up on oil and filled that gap to the 50% mark. You guys see that live right there? We were down here. So again, that first long idea using True Algo is right here. Almost 0 stop hunt as it pushes down. And now you filled that 50% line. If you want to get to this box right here, you've already filled that fair value gap for those of you that follow that. And it's that 50% line. So that's a good little scalp to take out of the market. And now you're out. If you want to let it ride, then just take a percentage of that contract out. Sorry, I'm trying to grab this. Again, for those of you guys who can see that gap is right here. We drew this earlier. Again, we're talking about seconds ago. Come on. Right there. Cool. And that's that 50% mark of that gap. For any of you True Algo folks that are still riding this, until we close the next candle below that 50% of this body, there's no reason to look for it to harshly reject. We'll look for it to come up and hit the True Algo box here. Lastly, I mean, the other things to worry about True Algo folks is we've got some very far away scalp targets and beacons from True Algo. See these circles? This is something I'll be looking if we do get bearish closes under boxes. What it tells me is we can get quite the sells for it to kick in. If you're ever someone who likes to trade BART patterns and stuff like that. But we have a lot of bearish targets way lower down here. I don't think most retail traders will be ready for that. The shorts to get to these targets. And usually what will happen is if we do get the bearish rejection from True Algo and we come down here to these scalp targets that are right there by True Algo, again, there's an 81% chance to clear the one on the ES. There's an 85% chance to clear the one on the Dow and the NASDAQ. And there's a 93% chance today that you're going to clear the one on the US 30. So US 30, folks, make sure you guys are aware of that if we lose this box here, 93% chance we're going to clear this scalp target today, and that's on the bearish side of price action. And so that's why we'll be looking if we get these bearish reversals from our boxes. Right about here, like I was saying, is where the retail trader will finally start to short because they only see that what FOMC did yesterday and pushed up. And by the way, I got a question for all of you guys who are here. We still have a little bit of time. I mean, we still have 25 minutes before New York opens. I would love it if you guys could participate in this question. All right. Yesterday, they announced FOMC, correct? Was the I'm not asking what price did. I'm asking what the results were from FOMC. Was FOMC bullish or bearish or neutral from the news? And what I'm not talking about what price did. I'm asking just physically what was projected and what actually happened. I'm just curious what your guys' take on it is. And so, like, as you write in answers in chat, the actual FOMC was they weren't changing rates. And so is that bullish or bearish? Well, how do you take that into markets? And that's why I was saying to you early why True Algo is so important. True Algo does not care on whether or not a news event might be perceived by the public trader as bullish or bearish. Instead, this is why 5 hours earlier, and I mean it, man, like we posted it in chat, DXY is screaming until we close above this box and you get the bearish rejections. That's the market screaming. The algorithm wants to push price lower on DXY, which means higher for everything else. That means higher on gold, higher on the pound, higher on the euro, higher on indexes, and then you get this crazy run up. So now today, the average retail trader wants to remain bullish. We're at new all-time highs. And for True Algo, we don't care if we're at all-time highs or not. All we care is this box here. When we close below this box, we simply target the bearish targets that are down here. The retail trader will start to short when you hit these targets, which will allow us to get a bullish reversal on our take profits. And that's what we'll be watching. Excuse me. Sorry for clearing my throat so much. And then right now on the gold, folks, again, man, I got to stop clearing my throat. We're now getting to the bottom of that box. We are far away from this candle close. This is where most retail traders, if you trade gold, you'll keep getting sucked out of the position if you try to chase. We're just waiting for the candle to close below this box. Why would it be a bad idea to short that candle? I mean, you've already touched basically the box on that candle. So that's just one of those ideas that you miss, and that's okay. If you ever feel like you're over trading, the system can help you because it stops you from making those decisions when you think you need to be in every single thing possible all the time. DXY still confirmed bullish. As you guys can see, we were saying earlier, those of you that have been here for a while, the pound is still confirmed bearish. Reminder, it has to close bullish from this box. So now we are still going to remain bearish on the pound, and that could actually help bring the index markets down here shortly. Yeah, thanks, Gary. I appreciate it. It's hard. I mean, again, no matter what, it's like a 50-50. But the whole point of like being able to call that FOMC that we would reverse bearish on DXY and be bullish for markets, it's just we have to create an edge. And our edge is we already had bearish closes confirmations from DXY, which means indexes are going to be bullish. Gold is going to be bullish. And so that's one of the things that you can do. And the other thing too is like you didn't even have to trade FOMC if you were using our indicator for the Forex market because it already had all those confirmed sells. And so now as you guys watch, we're getting ready to put in a new low here on the pound. Again, DXY is bullish right now. It is bullish. It has to close bearish. And the DXY does affect the index market. So we need DXY to start to be bearish to help push indexes up. If not, you're going to see the indexes start to be slightly bearish. And now you guys can see like live, you see how that ES, SPX SPY, folks, you're going to open. And right now we are opening at a bearish rejection possible. If we close this candle, now it's below the box. You guys see it? If this candle closes below, then we can start to look at that entrance mitigation strategy where the first entrance short idea is where the candle closes below the box. Then the next entry is on the line, 50% top of the box. And those are things that we'll be looking for. But again, it has to close below the box. It can't just be right on the line or right by it. Again, that's an advantage we have before New York opens. But again, it has to close bearish before you can even have an idea below the box, okay? NQ, folks, you got to sort of ignore that because right now you are still bullish because you are above the box. You need this candle to lose the box. So the NQ is not something I would aggressively look to short. US 30, folks, same story with the NQ. You need to get a close below this box. So where you might think, if you're a session trader and you think that this London low is going to hold price when New York comes down, if we close below this box at the confirmation candle on a 15-minute time frame, that low's probably not going to hold. What does that mean? New York's going to reject and come down lower right here. That's what we can see in the future, that if you think the London low is going to hold, it'll hold if we wick down and close back in the box. But if we close below this box, that's US 30 and True Algo screaming it wants to go lower for price for New York. There's also a high probability, all you True Algo traders, look, what do we like New York to do during New York? And you guys see it? So again, you have so many targets on the bearish side right now to be aware of. See how gold live still holding that box right there? Oil, I don't know if you guys, again, seeing just a second, not a second, like a minute or two ago, it was almost way down there and pushing right back up into that gap of pricing. Sorry for bouncing around the assets so much. I'm trying to see as many things as possible. Everybody is very quiet today. Less volatility, less news too. Could cause people to be quiet. Any other questions that you guys have? I'm just laughing because like it's so quiet in my office. Again, we were talking earlier about you crypto folks that there's no reason to be bearish on Bitcoin. And it during this stream, it's put in a new high. And what I'll show you what I mean, like watch, just to show you like what I said happened. I'm going to go to a smaller time frame. And you can see 2 minutes ago, we put in a new high. You guys see that right there? So one of the biggest issues that retail traders face is they're trying to predict what to do for the entire day, or every time they enter in a position, it must come all the way up and take some high or come take some low. And instead, what we should focus on as traders is just trying to predict what the very next candle can do, and then be entering in strategies that will help you guide that. And that's why I was saying to you before that Bitcoin is confirmed bullish right there is the first entrance from our system. There's the first bullish candle close from this box right there. And that's why I told you live on the stream, you can rewind the tape, that we'll be looking for Bitcoin to push higher. And now on the live stream, it has. When do we flip bearish on Bitcoin? As soon as you bearishly close below this box. If not, this box is going to keep supporting and pushing price up. Look at these candle closes. Again, from a predictive standpoint, look at the bullish candle close here. Look how the very next candles, every single candle closes right on the box as if it's like one with the algo. And now we push up, we fill that fair value gap, and there's your take profit. You don't have to always go box to box. If you're a fair value gap trader, man, I'm telling you, this system will help you so much. When you want this fair value gap to be filled, when you want this fair value gap to be filled, and you keep getting wrecked because you keep longing at the wrong time, well, don't long until you hit a true algo box with the bullish candle close. Does that make sense? And even the bullish candle close here, what's the problem? See that one right there? It allows you to fill more contract positions, but you longed it into this box compared to that candle closes above both boxes. And then from there, run straight up to fill your price action ideas. Nothing works perfectly in markets, but if you're someone who's studied a lot, but for some reason cannot find consistency or clarity on these ideas that you see other people do, and it never feels like they're doing it in a live situation, then you really should check us out. Because again, we do this every single day live. We don't hide behind our time frames. We don't use repainting or lagging indicators. Everyone always thinks indicators get a bad rap because they're told that on social media. Indicators are bad if they do bad things, and ours does not do bad things. And I mean that because it's showing from a predictive standpoint. We just had another close here. And again, all of our current members, what's the problem with that close? Current members, talk to me. Instead of me just saying it, what's the problem with that close? And by the way, as you guys answer that question, just talking to you guys, notice the NQ, another 15-minute close. You are still above the box, so you are still on the bullish side. No reason to be bearish. And then same thing with the US 30 folks. You are still within this gigantic True Algo red trend box, so there's still no reason to be bearish. And now look, you see it? Look at the pop-up right now. And then look at you guys, you see Sam, his answer, one of our current members, as is Victor. They're telling you that close, it's too close. If you're on a different broker, okay, right now I'm on CME, that candle close, if you change brokers to 8cap, to Capcom, to FX, like that close is probably still in the box or on the line. So the candle close is too close. And then you look at the other indexes that are still bullish, confirmed, then that's where you don't chase these shorts, okay? You need to close below the box. Like look at the close here compared to the close right there. And you can see the algorithm backtest our line and then boom, shoot straight up. Did I take that idea? No. Okay, but what I didn't do is get trapped in any type of short idea or let retail traders cause me to get wrecked within this right here. That's why we start to flip neutral when you enter into a box. You wait for closes above or below the box because that's the algorithm screaming it wants to keep going that way. Exactly. As you guys see Jay, like his answers, all of you guys, I appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the answers. I'm pretty sure Peter is not one of our members, but I see him in our Discord. He's awesome. And he participates when we post stuff in there. And even his answer is correct too. It's too close to the box. You can let me know if I'm wrong, Peter, but I think I'm right. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Again, we're trying to educate here. And those of you guys participating, that's what's going to help you beat the other people in the markets who are just asking for buy and sell signals. There's a reason why those don't work. One of our members is talking about gold right now. If that can close here during the New York Open, then we can look for gold to come strike this box right here. You can see oil now, after filling that 50% line we talked about, selling back down. Again, if we close below that, guys, you know that strategy, that it's going to look to come filled lower. But yeah, man. I'm answering you guys on YouTube, on Discord. Just a reminder, if any of you guys are still following Forex, just showing you, calling it live as it happens. I know there's less volatility today and we'll probably lose a lot of people, but just showing you, look, what did we say? DXY is still bullish. It has to close bearish from the True Algo box. Instead, it remains bullish. Most people don't play DXY, but using that information with True Algo, you have confirmed bearish candles. There's no bullish close, and now the pound puts in a new low, and that is a nice win from True Algo. And see if the euro is providing the same. These are from there's ideas yesterday. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. There's a fair value gap filled open. Man, there was really good short ideas here too on the euro right at the start of London session. If any of you guys trade that London session, that euro was beautiful. It's the UCAD going for it. Watch the UCAD have a box down here. You watch using True Algo. Right at the beacon too. This is a True Algo beacon. 98% clear rate. Look at that. Good Lord, man. Woo! 98% chance to clear the beacon. Hits the beacon right on top of a True Algo double stack box. There's your bullish close. And look at the run up now on the UCAD. I told you guys yesterday, Forex is the plays these week. Whew, that is nuts. I bet you the UJ looks very similar too. Last night, I don't know if anyone has a chance. I talked to our members last night real late, USA Standard Time, and I told all of them to look at the UJ right about this time frame. And look what happened afterwards. Beautiful run up with True Algo. All these stacked boxes, it's just telling us that it's very hard for price action to break the True Algo box. And then boom, pushes straight up. There's that bullish close. From there, back test straight up. Goes straight to the beacon. 90% clearance rate on the beacon right now. And it comes straight for it. Fantastic. And again, that pound putting in another new low as I'm clicking around different Forex assets. Indexes are still in the same spot. So if someone were to say, what do I think is going to happen? This is very important. And for those of you guys still hanging out, I appreciate it. I'm going to say something that you probably don't want to hear. If I tell you I think price is going to go up, or if I tell you I think price is going to go down, and my members are going to tell you, guys, what's the percentage I'm right? If I say right now, I think price is going to go up or price is going to go down, just by just saying what it looks like. And again, I don't even know which asset the person's asking about. I'm just asking you guys, what's the percentage chance that I could be right? And it is a literal coin flip. It's a 50-50. So we have to create an edge in markets. So the only thing that I can do is my edge is we close above here. I can look to go higher. Where's my invalidation? When we lose the box down here. When we close down here, I will then look to push lower. There is nothing out there that can tell you price is going to go up or go down. Okay? They can't tell you. The only thing you can do is create some type of edge in markets that you have an action that then has an invalidation. And your invalidation cannot be what? And this is something else that frustrates people. But there's a reason why you're probably having a very big issue with consistency. Most people's invalidation is not something quantifiable or something that is based off of an edge. It's based off of, they don't like seeing $5 as an example, or $500 leaving their account. So their stop loss is somewhere amount of money. And instead, your stop should be, if you short right here and you scale into entries, then you stop shorting once it closes above here and you immediately flip long. That's what you do. Now, the retail trader is going to keep going long and short right here and continue to get wrecked and stuff like that. Let me show you guys real quick, because New York's not open just yet, how we view like that short mitigation strategy. And you might be like, man, that's a really bad stop. It's like, the stop would be, there's the entrance. And it's just showing you when you start entering smaller and smaller positions versus entering all of your eggs in one single basket. Like so. When you start looking at entrances from a potential standpoint like this, most retail traders enter everything they got right there. But if you instead scale into your idea with an invalidation with the close above the box, every one of these positions are de-risking if you, instead of opening everything you got right there. And this is what sort of helps you start to turn the tide. Also helps with the psychology of markets, because most people can't handle drawdown. Most people trade on the minis instead of on micros. And it really affects that psychology. New York's going to open here in less than 5 minutes. We are still bullish confirmed on the NQ. US 30, we need to close slightly higher, but from a swing perspective, you're already bullishly confirmed. And just note, during this New York session, if we can lose the boxes from True Algo, we can look to get very, very aggressively short to get down to our bearish targets. But right now, as you can see, markets are going to keep pushing up until we lose these True Algo boxes. And there you go. There's a new high on the NQ. It's pretty cool, right? I understand that we've been here for 55 minutes now, and we're just waiting for this thing to do something. But this is why I love True Algo, is it doesn't let me go the opposite direction, and I can build confluence tools within the other parts of the system. DXY might be rejecting now too. Let's go check it. No, DXY is still holding. So Forex folks, please just pay attention to DXY. Don't worry about what we're talking about with indexes. There's another new low on the pound, just to show you right there. 3 minutes ago, we put in a new low. And there's no reason to think that the pound is going to reverse bullish until you get a bullish close above the box from True Algo. If not, we will simply target lower on the pound. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. DXY is above the box as well. Crypto, you're pretty much in the same spot still. Gold still below. Gold closes below here. We'll look for gold to open bearish during the New York session. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. These are big wins too, by the way. Like, this ain't no small move, even if it's just on that one candle close. I mean, that's 137 ticks, folks. 137. So True Algo members, if we close right here on the ES, what are you for the New York Open? Is what I would ask. I will not be on very long on YouTube for this New York Open. For all of our current members. Well, I'll still talk to you guys over on Discord and stuff like that. As you guys know my schedule. And now we're just patiently waiting. Sorry, I'm not causing or doing a ton of talking. New York doesn't open for 2.5 more minutes. One of the advantages of, again, our system is I don't have to sit here and overthink. I don't have to draw a million different fibs. I don't have to draw all these triangles. And when I start doing that, it causes what we call like analysis paralysis. So for me, it's simple. We are bullish until we close below this box. Bullish until we close below. Bullish until we close below. That's easy. Easy peasy for indexes. And then the other place that we could confirm bearish is when you hit our take profit box, now close bearish, boom, then we can get down here. So until that happens, we'll look to push price up. US 30, folks, you guys just got to the top of that day box again. And now you can see the bots are taking profit instantly. Bots, B-O-T-S. DXY still above, pound still below. Gold still below. Again, looking for it to be bearish. Oil still holding its own. We always talk to you guys about oil is the least volatile asset in markets, especially during high impact news events. You're starting to see other people start to say that now too. So shout out to True Algo for saying it. NQ is going to get to our, man, look at that. This is beautiful. It's going to get to this box probably right for New York Open. Less than 30 seconds. New York's going to open here in just a second. Might get a real quick pop and then that for New York. But again, we are still confirmed bullish on the ES. US 30, you're neutral right now, open because you're in this box. You need to close above to be bullish. You need to close below both boxes to be bearish. So US 30, I'm not going to be very aggressive here. Big sell right now on the ES right here. If it closes in this box, then that's going to start to flip more neutral. But closes matter, folks. The close is just about to happen. Should be a fun open here. Again, that close, where it closes is going to matter. If it closes right here, we'll be neutral. I know there's a slight delay on YouTube, so you guys will have to wait. You might have to watch your own screen, not mine. And there's the close. There's neutral. You can see right there from a live perspective that it tapped the top of the box and now sell from the bots. NQ, you are still confirmed bullish. So for you Dow folks, and now you can see like that sells happen on the ES. The bigger sells from the bigger players is going to happen when we close below this box here. Okay, if not, this is just an area to collect price action. And you can see right at the top, that's why the ES had to close above, man. But that's why details matter, man. That's why True Algo is awesome. I told you, it has to close above the box. Our members know this. US 30, you're getting a really nice rejection currently from the day box. And now you're at the bottom of this box. Again, lots of boxes stacked because of the volatility yesterday. It has to close below here. Our closes are on a 15-minute. So let them extract all the retail traders out of the market right now. Most retail traders right now are bullish, so it helps them to push price down, close them out of their longs, and then right about here, start to flip bullish to close them out of their shorts. And then, as you can see, as it's happening, and then now they've lost twice, so now they'll wait, and then markets can then move the way they want. You guys see it live on gold. Again, it's so important to be doing this in a live perspective. Look, bull, there's your bearish candle close, as our members were calling it in the Discord and also on YouTube chat. And now you get to watch gold live short. It's pretty awesome, man. Low stress. You don't even have to worry about indexes at the moment. There's another new low. You're going to watch gold get all the way to the take profit box. Absolutely fantastic. Again, just calling it live. Biggest, most volatility in the markets. Very next candle prints, close bearish from the True Algo boxes, and we just expect lower. DXY, folks, you have a bullish confirmation close from True Algo, and you can see the very next candle on the pound. There is a bearish confirmation candle from True Algo, and the very next candle has already put in a new low. All we can do is predict what the very next candle can do. You can't predict what it's going to do for the rest of the day. You can't predict what it's going to do for the rest of the week or the year. Just got to predict what the current candles can do, folks. Absolutely fantastic. Notice the index, folks, you're still within the box. That's what I was telling you. They extracted most of those retail traders out on those who went long, shorted down. They went short. It pushed back up, and now it's still in our neutral box. It has to close below or close above. So if you ever feel like you go into a position, you immediately close out because it didn't work in your favor, well, that's why. You don't have that box right there, or the live coaching to talk to you about it. Notice US 30, folks, we held the box like crazy. I told you, the True Algo system tells us it has to close below the box. If not, that is a perfect back test to push up. And reminder, all current members or those of you guys watching, we are in a massive swing bullish trend using True Algo. See the green arrow down here? Super important. And then you can see US 30 blast off. Current members, be aware of what we're watching right now. Look at the ES, look at the NQ, and look at the candle on US 30. What do you see? What do you see right now about that conflict of interest? And again, the ES, you can blame the S&P 500 right now because it's opening at that True Algo box for a potential bearish reversal. It just needed to close higher, but instead it decided to do that right there. Gold still holding. Forex fine. Trying to real quick, crypto folks. Crypto folks, Ethereum is hitting this box. When Ethereum closes above here, we can look to push the crypto market up higher. Tether, you just need to close a little bit lower, and then you can help push the crypto market upwards for this New York session. We've now fully filled that fair value gap that was created on the NQ. And then ES, folks, you're again right back down to the bottom of the box. Right here. And again, you can see the bots, as soon as they touch it, they buy back up. And they're not really opening long positions. They're just taking profits on those shorts. All we're doing right now is absolutely destroying retail traders who've been waiting to enter the markets, who are all hopeful if they full port their portfolio, they'll be able to make profit. And that's why they lose over time. Again, get that close below. Simply look to target lower. Any other questions that you guys got? Look at US 30, man, putting in a new high. That's beautiful, man. Absolutely gorgeous from that True Algo box right there. Boom. Look at it. It's off to the races. Go for it, US 30. Meanwhile, the NQ, you'll see when I go to the stocks here in a second that they're going to be indifferent from each other. Yep, look. Microsoft, the biggest ticker in the market right now, bullishly flipped our box. And remember, as we said earlier, Microsoft is in a massive bull trend using True Algo the way we perceive trends. Okay. And at the same time, look at the bearish reversal on Tesla. We told you we were bearish on Tesla, right? Just using True Algo. And you can see, bam. And now it's all the way to the take profit area. Apple reversing bearish from the swing box, but still holding it. And NVIDIA went nuts, took out every trader. You don't long the top of our box here, top right of your screen, guys. So if you're an options trader, that's not where you go long. You go long when you're hitting boxes and flipping them bullish. You don't long into a box above. So that helps you not get trapped like a retail trader would during options contracts. Gold did put in a new low. And back over to the indexes, we are literally still in the same spot on the ES. This helps us not get trapped. It has to close above or below the box to start presenting an idea. If you think that you have to be in the market right at open, it's going to humble you more than not. Yeah, man. So True Algo members, as I get ready to get off here, please just focus on the ES on a close above or below the box. Okay? US 30, there's absolutely no reason to fight the bullish direction for US 30. So now you can look to get up to this other day box here. There are two places that I'll be looking to flip bearish using True Algo on US 30. Hitting the day box here, getting a close below, and then trying to fill some of the gap. Look at that move, baby. Look at that. And then if we close and lose this down here. But right now, you guys, all of our current members, you know using True Algo, until we lose this box here, there is no reason that US 30 needs to push down. So fantastic so far on that move. Just go get it, US 30. These moves are not small, by the way, folks. I mean, 70 candles or 70 handles just right there, not even taking it from the wick at the low. And notice ES, folks, you are still just SPX SPY. You are still in the box. This is people getting chopped up like crazy right now. NQ, again, you filled that gap. We are still bullish on the NQ until it loses this box below. I'm not saying that this wick down here to fill this gap feels good, but we have to remain using True Algo bullish until you lose this box. The ES is now all the way back to that candle open right there, very top of the box. It has to close above to push up. If not, again, just you guys remember what I talked about? New York's been open for 6.5 minutes right now. Well, 7 minutes, sorry. 8 minutes now. Think about what I was talking to you guys about retail trader mistakes. They all went long right at open because FOMC pushed price up. They sold all of it down to get all of them out. What do retail traders do right here? They sell at the bottom of our box and boom, push right back up. Every retail trader is now out of the markets. They've lost 2 trades. Ask yourself right now, how many positions do you lose in a day before you stop trading? And usually the average retail trader, the number is 3. US 30 is putting in a new high right now. Absolutely fantastic. Now the ES is pushing up. Again, True Algo traders, what do you tell yourself right here on that low? That's as low as we should go before starting that bearish move. An absolutely fantastic scooping up right now. US 30 still bullish. NQ at the very open of New York. Again, you're bullish from the True Algo system, right? Doesn't really matter the wick. It has to close below the box to be bearish. Wisdom, I can't say your last name. I'm not going to try. I want to make sure everyone knows that I wasn't blowing smoke or lying or trying to say more than one thing and try to win. There's another new low on gold. What did I tell you gold would be? Using the True Algo system, just simple, no other things. What did we all say that gold would be? As soon as you close below this red box here using True Algo, you will expect gold to get to this next box down here. That's the target goal. And you can see the very next candle continues to put in a new low. If you go to a small time frame, you'll see we just put in a brand new low right there on gold. I don't trade 1 minute candles. I'm just trying to show you proof that we did just put in a new low on that candle. You have to close bullish from this box to continue up like you see right here. If not, there's that bearish candle close and boom, there's the bearish reversal on gold. Oil, you're still sitting in the same spot right now. Forex, folks, starting to get a little bit of this bearish retest right here. If DXY loses this box, then the Forex market is going to flip directions. Okay? Just pay attention, Forex, folks, as you're getting this retest right now. If DXY in the next 20 minutes closes below this box, the Forex market's going to reverse. US 30 put in a new high, as did the ES just now, as it's still holding the box, waiting for that close here in less than 4 minutes. And look at US 30, just gunning it, gunning it. It's over 200 handles now, I think, overall. Sorry, 140. I'll take it, though. Look at the NQ. Absolute. There's a new high. I'm never going to tell you that these wicks are easy, folks. But, again, though the ES is going fantastic, it was less of an interest to me because it closed within the box. Okay? But the NQ we said would remain bullish. It just put in a new... There you go. And come on. Oh, so close to the take profit. Let's go. Remember how I talked to you guys about all those bearish targets down here? All the way down here using True Algo? Those, and I told you this is the advantage of the system. There's no reason to worry about the bearish targets until you close below the box. That's the advantage you have with True Algo. And there it goes. I just want to show you live, guys. Look. There's the take profit hit on the NQ. There's the New York Open. Even if you missed all of the earlier moves off of True Algo's perfection, there's your entrance. You could scale in through this candle if you're someone who likes to use gaps, 50% mark, and then boom, straight to the take profit area. And look at the bots live. Look how the bots are taking profit on the position. Retail traders now long that high and immediately price sells. If you always feel like every single time you enter in a position, you go the wrong way, well, that's why. You don't see this ahead of price. We do. And now you get to watch it live sell off. That's all I have, folks. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic day. All current members, now that you've gotten up here on the NQ, reminder, you need a bearish candle close to have a bearish reversal. I appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic rest of your day.